Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I have Avery, wow, I can't even say your first name, let alone your last name, on the stream with me tonight. His new alias is Prince of Poland, so welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let me just get started with his bio. And I was practicing his last name, so Avery Szumlanski. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Is an audio systems engineer based in Toronto. Since beginning his professional career, he's worked on large-scale production events for various artists such as Kendrick Lamar, SZA,
SZA. Yeah.
The Weeknd, Weezer, and Mike Larry.
Shout out Frizzums. Yep.
Yeah. In his free time, Avery enjoys mixing techno music under his new low-profile alias, Prince of Poland, formerly Rav3 for anyone in London who was aware of that alias.
Yep.
Spinning peak time 90s and 2000 selections from artists Dax J, Developer, and Planetary Assault Systems. So that's fun. I don't know any of them, but
No, it's all good. Yeah. That's those are the ones I listen to the most
Cool.
nowadays. So yeah, great stuff.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear some of it tonight. So I think it's going to be fun. Yeah. So before we got started, he was just saying how he's usually behind the camera these days. But you said you did start. You were a Twitch streamer at one point.
Yeah. Definitely at an early age, I was on YouTube and Twitch a lot, streaming like, as the young kids know, Fortnite and all those big popular games. But yeah, you started out with streaming, and then as I moved into working professionally, then trying to stay behind the scenes and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So how did you get into DJing? How'd you get in this side of things?
I was about maybe I was 6 or 7 years old, and was introduced to deadmau5 from a really early age, and I kind of picked up the EDM train really young, learned about DJing, and all that. And my parents bought me my first pair of decks. I think it was either 8 or 9, or maybe my 10th birthday at some point. I don't know. But that's when I really started to learn the basics of mixing. Then I jumped onto dubstep, like Skrillex, Cohen Sound, all those guys, and I followed EDM basically just straight from all those people. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you've been DJing since you were 9 or 10?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I feel like everyone I have on here is I've been DJing for 10, 15 years. And I'm cool, I've been DJing for 2. But hello, but welcome to the stream. Maybe I'm going to learn something tonight. Which, hopefully it'll be good. So what was the first controller? What did your parents buy you?
It was a DDJ Wego, I think.
Okay.
It was
that's Pioneer though.
Yeah,
right?
it was Pioneer,
Yeah.
and it was weird. The above the jog wheel and below the jog wheel, you had 10 or 8 different just circular buttons, and you would click on those in a different order to assign which effects you'd want.
Okay.
And then you use the jog wheel and spin it to the depth or the level of the effect.
Yeah.
So it was really
That's interesting.
It's definitely a lot weirder than our mixers today.
Yeah.
But I guess mixing on those definitely kept it interesting. I don't know. I learned effects and beat matching really young with those that specific deck. So graduating to CDJs today isn't too difficult. So
that's cool. What do you have at home?
Today I have I think it's a DDJ SB2 or SR2. I don't remember the name, but I've had it for about 6 years now, and it's still going. It's still running strong, and it has everything I need for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you've been DJing that long. Do you produce at all?
I've done production, yes. I haven't released anything in probably the last 2 years. I have to get back on that, but I have done some tracks, and I have been making music behind the scenes still, and hopefully I'll get back into releasing some more down the line.
Yeah.
But
techno?
Yeah, hopefully, and somehow I have been trying to work on some of that as well. But I learned just basic sound production as well when I was really young. So I was definitely early on to Ableton. Ableton 7, I think, was the first version I had, and I think we're on 12 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, always making music whenever I can.
Very cool. Now, did you play any instruments or anything growing up, or
Ooh,
was DJing your first kind of foray into music?
Yeah, DJing was definitely the first foray.
Yeah.
I guess like you could say I play a laptop as my instrument, but I guess
Me
like
too.
yeah, and like I think it was more elementary school. I played the drums towards the end, but I started with like clarinets and like bass guitar. So nothing too interesting, just enough to get past with an A+, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. And then, like, so you're just saying you kind of started, when you were starting to learn, you were inspired by kind of Deadmau5 and, like, dubstep, that sort of thing. I guess that was pretty popular then, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like whatever the popular music was.
Yeah, Joel had just released like a Ghost and Stuff a few years earlier, and then was rolling out with his Cube tour. I think it was like 2014 when he really started to take public eye, especially in Canada.
Yeah.
And electronic music at the time was really it felt young and not super mainstream to people, and I think that was like first gateway for a lot of Canadians in the EDM world. So yeah.
And how has your music taste evolved over time?
Well, Joel definitely introduced me to when he started doing his test pilot alias. That was my first real introduction to techno, and then I quickly caught on to like Carl Cox and I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. Armin van Buuren. Those kind of guys.
The big ones.
Yeah, like lots of guys that were like mixing vinyl, in the 90s, and just doing some incredible things. Even like in the techno world, like Jeff Mills, another big one. But those are like the kind of people that led me down like the techno road.
Okay, to where you are today.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. Cool. So you went into school for audio engineering, right?
Yeah, that's
what
correct.
made you go that route?
What made me go down that road?
Yeah.
I started in theater originally in like elementary and high school. I was majority of the time was either a playback operator. So my first theater gig, my music teacher asked me to bring my DJ gear. And so I basically sat at the back of the room and pressed play on the decks for Lion King. So that's how I started in the production world. And then later in high school, I started mixing in front of house, so like behind the board with a crap ton of faders, and just doing theater production like that. And then
behind the scenes in theater, not like
exactly
not like the on stage
no,
theater.
definitely not.
Okay,
no.
I'm like, yeah, I was in theater too. Wait,
no,
that's
yeah,
different.
my acting skills are terrible, but so I learned like the production aspect of things, and as I was like learning about EDM and like the production that Deadmau5 and like Skrillex had been were putting on, that's what kind of like intertwined with it, and then that's what sent me down to like, hey, you can make money in this kind of industry like if you really put the effort in. So I found that the school in London, and that's when I started to take that path.
Yeah, and that's what that's the industry that you're working in today, right?
Exactly, yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
it keeps you busy, I hear.
Very busy. Yeah, we could barely fit this in.
I know. It was like Monday stream because we can't do Tuesday. He has no free Tuesdays or any other free days.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you started with your Rab3 alias. Was that a techno alias as well?
It was a techno alias. My original idea was that rave. That's how you actually pronounce Rab3.
Okay.
But
I always wondered about that because I would see it and I was like, I don't understand it. But like, honestly, it's kind of annoying that I didn't pick that up.
And funny enough, so like as I've said, like Deadmau5 is like one of the first people that like I really idolized.
Yeah.
People would always call him Deadmau5 5 or Deadmau5 5, and I think the numeric, like adding a number in the name, was like cool. But the thing that I always found funny is that people couldn't pronounce his name, and I did the exact same thing. And people also can't pronounce that right.
You're like, well,
but it's
I guess what did I expect?
It's funny because like I always said like I used to call him that, and it's funny now like people are doing the same thing. I don't know. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
So then, what made you change to your new alias, Prince of Poland?
Well, yeah. I've been focusing definitely a lot more on the early stages of my career, and like I've kind of stepped away a lot from DJing and production. But I still like to do it. I'm always still playing tracks. I'm always finding new music and making new music. So I wanted to still keep it going, but not have to, I guess, like publicize like or even just have my work interfere, not necessarily interfere, because they work well together for sure.
Yeah.
But
something separate.
Just something separate. Yes, exactly.
Something you can have fun with.
Exactly. Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you're also part of Frisians.
Yes.
Production event
Yeah.
company.
Yes.
Collective.
Techno Collective London. Yes. We have an event coming up on the 28th. Frisians invites #1. We have Vadim Khan coming from Toronto and a couple of local guys here. We have.
Some great locals.
Great stuff. I'm excited.
Locals.
Yeah.
Some of them have been on this stream, which is great.
Some of them we'll let the audience go find them. Come out. Yeah, come out if you guys are around in London or the Windsor, anything, Toronto. Come on down. It's a great time if you like techno music, and yeah.
Yeah, the Frisian shows have always been great. All the ones that I've been to, they've been really great.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to elevate it more and more every time we put on a show, and I've been happy and I've been really grateful to the boys over there for allowing me to take part in the production, doing lighting and doing the sound for them. So I'm grateful for that and the journey that we've been on so far.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see what's to come for that whole collective.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too.
Amazing. So you are setting up all these you're setting up stages, you're working with these artists. What are some of the things that you're seeing that maybe, is there anything that you have seen kind of in your day-to-day that you would be able to be like, hey, here's some advice that I have on what I see that might help DJs or other artists?
DJs and other artists. Let's see here. I don't know. Make my job easier. That's what I would like. I don't know. Like, I guess like play to the system. Some DJs have really good DJs I've seen have tracks that they know really well that work really well with rooms, and if they can do a walk around the room beforehand, and just hear like how the space sounds with without going too crazy, hearing your surroundings. I think that would be a really good positive for everyone that's there. The DJ plays the song, and if it sounds better for the audience is happy. If the audience is happy, DJ is happy, and on the other end, I'm happy because my sound system isn't being blown up. So
yeah, I feel like. So how do you feel when people are redlining the whole set?
Redlining DJs, guys, I don't have much to say to you. Okay, learn how to gain stage.
You can't handle it.
No, exactly. If you can't handle some little LEDs on your screen, I don't think you can play on the main stage for us just yet. But
that is totally fair.
Yeah.
I respect it.
No slander allowed. But
no.
It's okay.
No. So what's next for you in terms of where you want to go with DJing production or your main full-time gig?
Honestly, it's more just the main full-time gig. But I'm always happy to play for people whenever they'd like it. I'm hoping to keep the momentum going with DJing and music.
Yeah.
Keep on making some awesome shows this year. We got the Green Space Festival in Toronto. Pride Week. The 519.
Yes, I love that. I've gone so many years to that. It's so great.
It's a great festival, amazing community, great music that whole week and weekend. So that's one of my favorites, and I'm looking forward to that one for sure. Amazing.
Cool. Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about while you have this platform?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then what's next. You have to sign the wall.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got a marker?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, hold on.
Okay, go on.
Avery,
there we go. Okay, perfect. This is great. So we will be right back with some music.